Watching the
He who
Buddha.
sees me sees the teacher.
I'm watching the Buddha. The Buddha. I'm watching the Buddha guy. Do you know that the Buddha was an actual person? His name was Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama. I'll be over here. I'll be watching this 2-hour documentary of the Buddha. Well, unfortunately, yesterday I got a strike. I got a strike on my YouTube channel, which, if you've been watching, you guys saw I got a warning. I got a warning before, and I agreed with it. I was like, all right, that's a little bit too far. Maybe I shouldn't post stuff like that. And then I was on this 90-day probation, to where it's just you can't mess up for the next 90 days. And I messed up again, and now I have a strike on my YouTube channel. In case if you are fully unaware, if you get 3 strikes on your YouTube channel, then it gets completely deleted. And I kind of asked for this a little bit, right? Because, when I was just going to quit YouTube, I said, all right, I'm going to make YouTube kind of fire me. But, I didn't, I'm not actively making content that is, going too far and I'm not trying, okay? The thing is, I'm not trying to get fired off of YouTube. I could do, if I was just going to go down that path, I know that, sometimes I say things that people just don't understand because it's just not fully thought out in my brain of, what I'm saying, of how people are going to receive it, but I just speak my truth. I speak my truth. What got me this YouTube strike is I made a post, and it was a picture of Hitler. And on the title of it was, "It's pizza time." Which just, Spider-Man, the old Peter Parker, not Tom Holland, but the old one, the first original guy. He brings the pizzas and he's like, "It's pizza time." I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that phrase. But I just try, I just I knew I knew that this post was completely it didn't make sense, and that's why I thought it was funny, because it's a picture of Hitler. And then it's just it's pizza time. It doesn't make any sense. It's not any reference to what he did with the people who he killed. It's not any sort of reference at all. It was just ridiculous. I believe a lot of comedy and funny videos are ridiculous. For me personally, it wasn't the most hilarious thing, but I thought it was a little funny because it just didn't make sense. And I think that a lot of comedy, the only reason why things are funny is because, one, it goes too far. It's a comedian will say things that people are not just supposed to say, but they're saying it, and that's why it's funny. And then 2, it's just with the thing that I post with Hitler and his pizza time, it's just ridiculous. And I think that's why, at least it was just a little tiny funny to me. And then what I did is I revoked it. I wanted to get it reviewed again. I'm like, there's no way. Because what it was for hate speech. That's why I got my strike, is because it was for hate speech. And I got my emails oh, your content has been removed and you received the strike. So I clicked revoke. I want it to be reviewed, and I want somebody to look over this again, because I don't think that is fair. And then I got an email back. It took a few hours, which is actually pretty quick. It's oh, the YouTube team, go over it. It's we are going to keep this on, and we do think that it is with the community guidelines of hate speech. And I'm like, it's just a picture of Hitler. It's like you literally can't even post a picture of Hitler. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I get it. I understand that he's a horrible person, but it's just like, it's not blood and gore. It's not like, I'm not like, oh, I'm not saying, oh, Hitler was a good person. I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not, like, that's pretty serious, because YouTube's like literally like my life's work, and they're almost like threatening to, take that away, which eventually, most likely will probably happen, to where my YouTube channel will be deleted. And from that point, I'm just going to go over to Rumble, which hopefully that never happens, because it's kind of lame over there. But obviously, like, my Rumble account is just Paul Frazier, because that's my government name. And I personally don't think that is fair. I mean, do you understand how serious that is? That you are going to take somebody's YouTube channel away from them? That's like ridiculous, dude. And fudge muffin, I'll have to start all over again. Even if they because I did get a YouTube channel erased before. I had an old YouTube channel where I went out and I traveled to 48 states. I traveled everywhere in America, and I started vlogging then, and they erased that account. They didn't give me a strike 1, strike 2, and strike 3. They just deleted it. They pulled the freaking Steve Will Do It on me, and they just did it without any sort of, just heartlessly, just like freaking Hitler would just take somebody out. Boom. It's like this completely uncalled for. It's like, you're not even going to give me any warning. But I do agree with them taking away that YouTube channel, because at the time I was on medication. I was just completely bugged out of my mind. And it's kind of crazy, because the doctor prescribed me psych medication, which is supposed to stop mental illness, but these pills literally cause mental illness to me. He gave me mental illness. And I was just going around to other YouTube channels, and I was just posting very explicit things on other top YouTubers in the comments, and they just took that YouTube channel away, and there's no way to get that back. It's just done. It's gone. And it's just like I did something so amazing by traveling to 48 states, and it's just gone. But obviously, I got to make another YouTube channel. But I don't think like that. It's like YouTube is almost all just YouTube Kids. Because YouTube has another app that's called YouTube Kids for kids to be on so they can enjoy content too. And I said in multiple videos, if you are under the age of 18, don't watch my videos, because I say very explicit things. It's like adults aren't allowed to be on YouTube almost, because we have no content for adults. It's not fair. It's just why does all YouTube have to be censored? And I could understand if I put something out there that could potentially hurt somebody. And that's why I say, if you're under the age of 18, don't watch my videos, because when I'm saying something, I'm speaking to an adult. And I understand that kids should not be exposed to bad words and things that I will say that are that's why you don't bring kids to a comedy show, because that comedian is going to say things that a kid shouldn't hear, and I understand that. And a lot of the things on YouTube, if it is explicit, it will say that you need to sign in to confirm your age. And it's just the things are already there in place to save the kids. And I'm 100% for that. To make sure that they remain safe. But it's just what about the adults? And I'm not talking about pushing it to the point to where it's like corn or something. I'm not talking about that. I'm not Like I just want to be able to go on YouTube and watch funny videos that are made by adults, and like, you know, very rare adults who are men children who just, like, I don't know, like, have a fun time, you know, because like, and I completely disagree with this one. I agreed with the warning that I got. I agree with that. That put me on the 90-day probation of whatever. I don't agree with this. I do not agree with the strike. I don't agree with it. But I can't do anything about it. It's just like, you know, YouTube's playing God. But with that said, I guess I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video if they don't fucking wipe me out. Bye.